So, you guys were chillin'? Well, knock knock, it's Knuckles with his show trailer! This is Knuckles' 30th anniversary, and Shadow can't get all the attention! I'm sorry if my voice sounds too nasally in this video, allergies suck. So yeah, they're expanding the Sonic movie universe with a Knuckles show now. From the moment when this was announced, I was a bit skeptical. There's definitely some great material that you can work with if you actually go deep into Knuckles' character, especially in the Sonic movie universe, where Knuckles is so well depicted. I was really surprised by how they did it in Sonic movie 2, but in this show, they chose to make Knuckles train Wade so that he could become a warrior. If you haven't rewatched the Sonic movies a million times, you probably don't even remember who Wade is. But he's kind of a dumb cop that tries too hard to be funny, at least that's how I feel about him. Wade trying to eat a fake bagel wasn't something that I found very entertaining. Nor did I like when he started interrupting Longclaw's important message to Sonic about the Master Emerald. So knowing he was going to be at the center of the story here, my expectations weren't very high. As the new trailers change the thing about that, well, let's dive deep into it to see what it has to offer. Everything starts with Wade quickly recapping what we know about Knuckles so far, just in case people don't remember. And when he asks about what he likes to do for fun, Knuckles responds with revenge, showing us that Knuckles is like he was in the movie. It's a bit weird for him to still say that after having spent time with Sonic and company, if you ask me, but I guess he's still having a rough time getting used to Earth. That's probably a big thing in this show. They quickly reference the classic goalposts from the games with the same post he used to have, so that's kinda cute. We also get a cool shot of him bumping his fists with those electric powers he's got, which immediately assured me that the quality wouldn't really be that far off from the quality of the actual movies. I didn't expect that at all. We surprisingly see Knuckles still with Sonic, who's telling him that being at home and relaxing is cool. But Knuckles doesn't seem too enthused since he says that he's only staying on Earth because he promised Sonic and Tails. This ties very well to his whole loyalty thing, but it also makes it clear that he doesn't know how to live without being in constant danger. And seeing how we get this shot of him beating that weird guy and how we see him turn Tom and Maddie's living room into a fighting arena and try to make Ozzy the dog fight a mailman, he definitely isn't ready to settle down and start living a normal life on this planet. He does seem to enjoy Cool Ranch Doritos though, so yay for junk food. I'm not sure if Sonic and the Wachowskis will appear that much really. A bunch of the cast has been announced, but James Marsden as Tom isn't listed, so my guess is that we'll probably only see Sonic, Tails, and Maddie in episode 1, and then have Knuckles, Wade, and the new characters take over. Which isn't a bad idea really. Knuckles is kind of a loner, so making him go on his own path is something that makes sense to me. Especially if it's with his signature hat from the OVA, that's super cool! But driving a motorcycle is Shadow's thing, Knuckles. You cannot take Shadow's thing right before he makes his debut, poor guy! Is this your revenge to him for stealing the spotlight during your 30th anniversary year? We see Knuckles and Wade start to train in what's presumably Wade's bedroom, and this is where I start to like where this is headed a little bit. Wade says, most people think I'm a joke, and Knuckles says he doesn't make jokes, he makes warriors. See, I find this to be a great opportunity for comedy during the show. The dynamic of having Wade be kind of dumb, but Knuckles treating him seriously all the time isn't just one that can be funny. It can also be very sweet. That's a trait that's very well taken advantage of with Knuckles in Sonic Movie 2. He is lovable, and him being the first guy to treat Wade as an equal, even though it will probably be quite cliche, could really be wholesome here. So that's something I'm liking. Yeah, I'm giving this pair a chance. I'm also losing my voice for some reason, what the fuck? So of course, we can't have an action-packed story if there aren't going to be any bad guys. No, not the IDW comic. Out of nowhere, we learn that there's a wasted old guy who's worked for Robotnik. Not only that, but he still has some of his drones and technology. And a bunch of Knuckles' quills? Bro, where have you been all this time? How didn't we know about you? Not only that, but him and Agents Mason and Willoughby, we know their names because of the cast being revealed, have access to ring portals? What the heck? Halfway through what must be a silly bowling episode, they appear in front of Knuckles and wait just for Agent Mason to recreate the "Do I look like I need your power?" scene from the second movie in a very funny way. I gotta give it to them, this was a funny gag. But it's really cool to see how they use the Quill's power with that gauntlet. The electric power thing Paramount plays with when it comes to Sonic is cool looking, and I'm glad they found a way to focus more on that, even if they can't bring more CE characters into the story due to the budget limitations. The weird science guy has a Doc Ock looking mech he traps Knuckles with too. I'm liking the assets they're using for the battles, this is raw. Knuckles glides with weight on his back. This reminds me of Sonic Advance 3 when Sonic rides on Knuckles in the same way. Sonic here seems to be recording a YouTube video or a TikTok while Knuckles is using a VR set. That's not the kind of thing I really want to see here, but Sonic is portrayed like a kid in this universe and that's what kids do these days, so whatever. We see Knuckles' fists burning? Is that a new power? That came out of nowhere. It's cool looking, but I don't know how well it fits Knuckles specifically. Then again, we've gotten used to electricity, so this might just be another effect to reinforce how powerful this character is. There's a shot of another Echidna here? I thought they were all dead. Wait, dead name tag. Pachacamac? What is this guy doing here and working in a bowling alley? Is this about Knuckles having a vision or something? This one shot raises a lot of questions, that's for sure. Oh, and the trailer ends with some Wade shenanigans happening. We know Wade's family is going to appear, so I'm guessing this guy is Pistol Pit Weeple? And this must be either Wendy or Wanda Weeple. So is this as exciting and crazy as any of the actual movies? No, not at all, negative. But this kind of thing can bring us some cool world building. Of course, it might just consist of a not so interesting story filled in with a bunch of pop culture jokes, and you know what? That's kind of what I think it'll be. But it looks like it could be entertaining to watch. And it's still being directed by Jeff Fowler, who wanted to make this universe as Sonic-y as possible after the first movie, and I trust him right now to deliver us a good product. Maybe not the best thing ever, but I don't think that's what this show is trying to be at all. I think it's cool to allow Knuckles to spend time with humans in this show. It's a weird contrast that fits really well, and I didn't really think I would say this. But Wade might be an especially good fit to be next to Knuckles. Who knows, I might stand him even less after I finish binging the show. I still see him being such a dummy as a cheap attempt at humor in this trailer. I don't even think it's the actor's fault. I find this character to be written in a very uninspired way. I hope his dynamic with Knux is worth it. I want to enjoy Wade's appearance in the show. Mainly because we'll have to see a lot of him during said show. Anyways, what you think? Aren't you excited about this? Are you gonna get Paramount Plus to watch it? We don't have that here in Spain. Spain without the S, am I right? We're getting it on a new streaming service called Sky Showtime, which isn't even very popular. And I don't know if we're even getting to see this on April the 26th like the US will. So we'll see if I can even cover this show when it releases. This is Mark signing off to go and have something for dinner. See ya!